Okay, there we go. Now we're going. Okay. Scroll to the bottom. Copy this for a second. This up here. Okay. Take that out. Up here. Okay. Take the volume off. Just sit and wait for a little bit here. I'm going to turn my quality down here. I don't need to see the game. I can put it on here if I want. There we go. Okay, now we're going. So anyway, my goal here today is to with a little bigger dude is to get through this. Just having a little playthrough where I made my own little map and having some fun with it. What am I doing here? What's going on? There was some big fight going on up here. I turned all the graphics way down too. YouTube's been silly the way it works today. Okay. There's my little Dalek kind of guy there. Stubby little dudes. Okay. So hang out in the chat, talk to each other while I play a little bit. I've got a little bit of a delay on things, so that works a little bit better for buffering and whatnot else. Got 10 megabit upload. Told me last time that it didn't have enough bandwidth, and I was laughing my head off. I can watch high definition videos at almost 4K on a computer that technically doesn't support 4K, and yet, yeah. Okay, I don't know why I did that, but anyway. Close. Come on.
The sea is a maiden of many moods, most of them murderous. Captain Peter Visser, Salty Bay Colony.
Oh, Salty Bay Company. I like that sound of that. Guess I should get that, eh? Okay, what are we gonna do with this guy? He was wandering around. There's something right over here, isn't there? This guy had 4 units, right? Let's... No, I can't reach him. Alright. Let's see how far he can run. Next turn. Slip nowhere too easy. So yeah, that little study thing I saw there. Just for people that, you know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Throw a little gaming into it and you'll grow better. That seems to be the, it's more entertaining. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Sitting there watching someone cook their food, you know, if I wanted to know about cooking something, right? But you're not going to get lots of traffic. Same with a lot of other things. That's why people have a really hard time growing to a certain size. And one thing that I found is, before I start doing a lot of these live streams now and then, and I might only do one a week, okay? Because then what I can do is I can get at the recording of content where I can edit things. See, like I'll show you in a couple of days what I mean by that, because you see how I've been using these little web pages and I can show little bits of news. Well, there's another feature that you can do, and you don't even need internet. You can actually create web pages locally and run the web page inside OBS, which allows you to do some fancy pants stuff a little bit with like HTML5 and 4 and stuff like that, with dynamic layering and all that jazz. It's one of those things where, ooh, this is kind of neat. And then you can add stuff to the beginnings. You might stop your video, cut something apart. You see other guys doing that, and that's how you can make some professional videos that will push you forward, right? I seem to be spending more of my time trying to help other people than worrying about myself, right? You know, like, it's because I'm not financially in a really bad place, really. Not usually, anyway. Everyone has days, right? So anyway, let's see what we're gonna do here. What do I want to do with this guy? What's this? Let's go up here and beat on something. Gotta click on him? Yeah. It's hard to see how far I can go here. I can't see. There's my little Ghost Rider guy. That's just so cool. I like that. When you want to see what he looks like, there it is, man. There's the new guy. Right? The bike from hell. While I'm here. Crocodile. See how that? See those? Nice. And what's the purification medium? What's this one do? Take that. There's a reason why I do that at the end of a turn, and it's a little tip for you if you play this game. When you add mods to your units, not necessarily your main guy, but your units, they take a whole turn to come into effect, and during that turn, they're weaker. So you're better off putting the mods in after the turn, or at the end of a turn, and then next turn they're fully healed. Look at this monster. What's he got? What's his army power? 720. Yeah, we'd take some casualties there, wouldn't we? I gotta get some reinforcements. That's what I was gonna do. That's let's see here. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Do this. Yeah. Why am I not seeing my own units on the board? That's kind of silly. Come on down here. Come on, R2. That's what I feel like saying to him, man. Come on, R2. Okay, one turn. At least I think this live stream is working better. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's take a little minute here and stop for a second. The old alt tab. And we'll fly over here. Bring YouTube up. Yeah. Boy, this browser doesn't like to work right. So we got 2 people watching. Thank you for watching. I got it working a little better now anyway. I might do something like Diablo 3 or something like that. I gotta download a whole bunch of things. They also have I don't know why, they're the only game that causes this. When I click on the launcher, and then I exit the game later on. Oh, there we go. That's better. Not showing up. Let's see here. We'll go into a fight. This guy needs to die. I don't want to be right there, though. Okay, in case he makes that other guy an ally. Now, I'm going to show you what manual combat looks like. This is pretty cool, actually. I haven't shown too much of this just because I was trying to learn more about the game and doing different stuff like that. So here we got this. Now it's like XCOM. Not a great fan of XCOM, but I I've got that game too. So what I do here, just to go easy on things, just toggle it like that, and then I can just kind of sit here, and this can kind of do its thing while I sit around. So yeah, and I was getting back to ways to grow your channels good. See, a lot of guys I know that are non-gamers do a lot of the live streaming, right? And the problem is that and this is me observing things, right? Is that you'll make a live stream, right? And then, you know, it's like an hour, 2 hours long. And the thing is, nobody goes back and watches that live stream again. You see what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like something, unless it's something you're doing that's referencing, for reference, that you can use later. No one would go back and do that. Okay? That's why it's kind of cool to do playthroughs of a game. And I was talking to one guy, he says, yeah, once a week we used to go and do, you know, some gaming and stuff like that. I says, you should do it, you know? Pick a game that you guys can walk around in, and you guarantee you're gonna, it'll bring your numbers up. Because I look at, you know, a guy that has, you know, a stable 500 or 600 for like a month, right? He grows maybe 5 people, right? I hardly try, and that's what I call what I've been doing in the last month. My hardly try. It's like I'm doing things and I'm trying things and I'm, you know, but this isn't my 100%. My 100% would be I'd have an intro made for my channel that would blow your minds. And whoa, that's kind of, wow. Wait, are we dying here? Am I winning? I think I'm winning. Ooh. Oh yeah, I am. I got 5 guys. One guy got wounded.
Enemy down.
Assimilation. I
Our
am the
forces
board.
are victorious.
And I'm gonna have to tweak around on the what do you call it? The delay thing there. What did I get here? Look at this one. What was that one thing I wanted to buy? I showed you in one of the streams there. It looked just like the creepiest Borg-like thing you could ever imagine. See, this is where Star Trek, you know, kind of failed on the Borg and later things, right? Over here. Where is it? Down at the bottom. Ah, this guy. Check this out. Look at this crap. We are the Borg. We are going to chop you into little pieces, dissect you, do 15 experiments, and then we're gonna... I don't know what that is. Whee! Gotta get a few of those. This is so cool. They did do some good work on this game, and like I say, when I'm not live streaming it and I'm not using OBS, I can go way up. So this looks so beautiful, guys. Like, put this game in. This is where you know you're not a shill. You'll actually say something like this. You go, put the name of this game into the search for YouTube, and look at somebody who's got a top-end computer. That's what you know. Like that's the whole point there. Oh, computer went up a level. All right. Range. Must kill further away. We got 2 skill points left. 2. Okay, someone sneaks up to me. They're getting it. double power. That's 4 of them. Okay, we'll just do the auto combat. Yeah, one guy died. Ah. People are dying on me here. I got a sniper rifle. That's pretty tricky. Let's take them off.
Objective completed.
That's this one. Okay. Now I want you. Okay. First of all, let's bring him down another to here. See, I'd like to get into some multiplayer games with this stuff. Just because it's crazy looking.
If you want to improve your capabilities, you don't just set a goal, you must also monitor it. Only by carefully watching your progression, guarding against backsliding, can you achieve solid success.
Yeah.
Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Right, eh? The Borg telling you how to be motivated. Okie dokie. Okay, look at all this research. Stop right there. Please stop wiggling. Getting lagged on me. Just keep going and doing more and stuff. Okay, this guy. How come I don't have any money or stuff with things? Oh, it's because this thing here is filled up. Okay, so what I gotta do here is bring up this guy because I gotta get this done. This dude, take you over to this guy. Borrow that from the house. Go up there. Be one with each other. Yeah, and I might even do that, this little special thing I was going to show you with a book. Kind of like do a little playthrough of Rebel Galaxy, but I'm going to add something to the thing. And I will say this, they actually I think listened to me when I said, you know, Epic, it was really stupid of you to put out a free game and not try and have the rights to the music where people could play around with it on YouTube and have music in it. Because then I swear that guy that developed that game heard that, because they actually incorporated right into the game the ability for you to listen to music, right, on different channels. And then they have a thing where even the rights that they don't have, you click it and then you don't have to worry and you can listen to some tunes. So a couple of weeks and I get some more money, I might buy that game and do a playthrough of it. It's more 3D-ish than the first game, so it's a little bit harder to play. And he was showing it off with a what do you call it, one of them controllers that like the PlayStation controller or something that you would use for a PC. So it'd be like, see, there's a game called Descent Free Space 2. It literally used every possible keyboard combination and key on that you could imagine. Learning that game was an event, but I did it. I just didn't feel like doing that for Fortnite because, you know, there's only so much content I can do for Fortnite, running around killing people, right? It's the same thing with World versus World and Guild Wars. You can only run around the same maps, you know. However, you do have more fun when you're in groups of people rather than by yourself or with 4 guys. It's a huge server that you're
Operations primed and ready.
let's see here. Oh, this is cool. I can do this, eh? Let's do that. Okay. I'm going to drop an army right on this guy. Watch. There's red guy. Woohoo! Now I don't need to bring him up there. He can go back here and keep this guarded. It's a little tip that someone gave me. All you need at the beginning of a game is you put one army there and you can wander off a bit and not worry about things. But mid to late game, you're going to have a whole army stacked up. Now, what do we got here? What's my points? Oh, close. 1085. This is good. 720. And let's see here. I need to find another place where I can drop a colony too soon. So let's explore down here. These little glowy things are you can find stuff. Yeah, why not? I'll upgrade it to a colony or annex it later. Lots of money. Let's see what we can do with this guy. Let's see this guy. He's weird looking too. I mean, they're all like Borg-like peoples. Strange, very strange. The green little areas there, that's my territory. And you can scroll up here and you can see what little icons in different areas are there. This is one heck of a huge map. I did find one bug in it though. I think they fixed it, I'm not sure. I haven't updated my game for a while. I tend to be late to the update business because sometimes stuff gets screwed up on you. Right now I can't play Diablo 2 because I have to go and update it because the stupid dummies keep updating this Medea and XL and screwing you for your offline play. I mean, I want to just go. I don't even want to go into their Discord. I've told them and told them and told them again. If they want people to play their game, you're going to need some people who are able to play and stream the game. It's bad enough that I can't get to like 1280 by 720 with the resolution. 1024 by 768 is better than the old Diablo 2, but you're upsizing it, so you're blurifying what you're showing. Okay, it's making it harder to encode. You need special software to do it. You got to edit things. It's a lot more work, but you know, and I'll say this: if you're looking for some views, go play some Diablo 2. You know, if you're really hard up for it, you really need to. And if you want me to teach you how to do it, I'll get the software for you, and you'll have to buy. The one problem with it is that DxTory is not free. Okay, and there is a problem with the audio where if you go beyond 25-30 minutes, the audio is going to lag on you. Yeah, no bananas today. I was going to try Guild Wars, but you see, that's the problem with an online game where I need bandwidth for that, and then I need bandwidth for a live, and then suddenly as soon as I get a spike in the bandwidth from the game, YouTube told me I couldn't play anymore or live stream anymore. I got pissed off about that, and I went off for an hour going, I mean, you can't get much lower settings than what I got it at for that game. Anyway, I'll do a couple more turns here and then we'll just call this. Just at least now I know how things are working. It's actually quite easy to do and set up some stuff. Add some thumbnails and different things if you wait a little bit. Ooh, we got a hero. Ooh, look at this guy. What do we got here? I'll recruit you. What do you look like here? Can you turn this table there? Come on, turn the table. You see your head. Okay. 10 skill points, so it's a good start. First thing I always take is this one. I also take this one. So your comrades that you're looking after are good. And some extra hit points. And I still got 2 more points. Did it not give me that? Okay, there we go. No, there then. Yeah. You need some. Okay, go over here. I can do 2 things for you. Ooh. Let's go have a look. Archer. Start with that. Look at this toy. Yes, yes, yes. And of course, we want to have an extra power cell for it. Throws a canister that creates a blurring cloud that makes units inside birds hit. The cloud lasts for 2 turns. We'll take this. Okay, we'll do that. War armor. Jeez. It's crazy. These guys
Happiness event in colony.
Should be looking at that colony too, shouldn't I? Oh my god, look at my food. It's going right through the bloody roof. I don't need that much food, man. Here. Go. Go.
Production ready.
Army. That's what you do. So some other commander got that. These little bases, if you put a guy in them, they get little extra defense and attack rating kind of thing. Yeah. Time to die. There's only 3 of them. Yeah. Not even damaged. And every time I've got this directive now, every time I kill 1 unit, I get 5 science things. So I'm going up the science tree like.
Imagine razor-sharp blades springing from the ends of your fingers. Keep your hands if you insist, but consider implants. Bionics are far superior. They can carry you indefinitely, and decay is far less consequential, because these parts can be replaced and upgraded.
Okay. I'll pop into the chat here and see what's going on here for a minute. Take a little break here. That's where we do this. Plunk. There we go. Yeah. So anyway, what the other thing I'm gonna say here is that one of the big hang-ups I'm having with actually making an actual video game or doing more animations with some custom assets is software that I can use that puts these little bones in the guys, okay? And you animate stuff. And none of this software is easy to use, or it's not free, and all this other jazz. And I'm like, dealing with stuff. It's all about patience, eh? Like that little spinning globe from a few things back, that actually took an hour and a half to make that few seconds of spin. It doesn't take long to make it. It's the animating it, because each frame gets rendered and then it takes time. Yep. It's almost like you want to have like a second computer go off and play some actual video games while the thing is actually making you a video game. Let's see, do we want to pilot a bike? I don't know, Chief. It's fun though. Now, instead of having the big gun here, this arc blaster, let's see, we can get a chopper. Yeah, baby. Alright. That's the way to do it. We are the biker Borg. Got that. Oh wait, that guy had 6 skill points? Wait a minute. Hold on. Wasn't paying attention there. They look too similar. And we grab that. And repairs should do it. 891 versus 40. Now we should be able to do this next turn. See, another reason I wanted to have a stream is I got so many different types of people, right? From different cliques. A little groupsy over here, and then there's a groupie over here, and you're all helping each other. I figured if everybody piles in here together, then they can like shake hands, you know? It's like a big meet and greet. And this is why it's good to have a live stream once in a while. You don't want to have to do it all the time, because then I can get to doing other fancier pants stuff. And slowly but surely, if I get more used to doing stuff like this with the applications themselves, I'll start doing some tutorials and stuff. Like, there are all kinds of tutorials on how to do individual things. Putting a whole project together, like, right? Like, you know, doing all of that, very few people do, right? And those are the ones you want to watch. Because when I was doing some compiling yesterday on that dragon animation thing, there was a crap ton of errors that it would seem that might be the reason why Unreal or Epic gave out that stuff for free, because the guy in charge of that might not be fixing some bugs. So I got like a 300 kilobyte log file of like this entire 4 hours where I got halfway done and then said I don't want to do any more today because I need to use my computer. But yeah, so let's go in and beat this guy up. Oh, these are easy. Yeah, just some bugs. What's this thing over here? I got so much food there, eh? Let's see here, 208. I'll take that. What's this thing? Veil of Tranquility. That's neat. sectors under the veil term, granting refuge to the faithful and damnation to the accused. Oh, whoops. Annexing the sector grants a colony so that you can get some happiness. Causes a colony to generate -20 science. Non-mechanical, non-gain. And health return. So I'm mechanical. My needs are healed. Units affected with solar. So I don't want to be sitting there too long. What was that? What's this thing? I'm just gonna keep heading south here. This guy. Making bases all the way down to where the little snake moves. Nope.
Everyone needs an excuse to do what they wanted all along.
Yes.
They have stuff that we want. Who decided they get to keep it just because they got there first? Zerera.
Sexy voice. Oh. She does. She has a very cool voice. I like that. Smooth. Okay. We can deal with this guy. It's not big army. Oh yeah, no problem. That's what I thought. Ooh, likes giving me food all the time. Okay, I'll keep you over there. How are we doing on our... Do I have enough to buy that? 60 energy. I need 14 more energy.
Production ready.
Now annex another sector, eh? Where's that other guy that was over here? There he is. You're going right over here. Right there. What's this guy? Okay, so I can go this area. Actually, I can change my mind. Go this way. This way. Road there? Ooh, look at this guy. Look at this thing. Ooh, imagine that on your head. Ooh, that's crazy stuff. Okay, next turn. Oh, here we go. Trying to extort stuff from me again, doing missions. Long. Okay. What have I got to do? To the north. That's okay, I'm coming back up that way anyway.
Production ready.
Production ready again.
Production ready.
Crazy. What else we got here? Always neat seeing these new things. This is level 2. This up there. We got tons of food, so carry on.
Operations available for priming.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this one's neat. It's like this bunch of nanites drop on the guy's head and sample him. Really. I'm gonna have to be cautious about this money thing. So, I'm just gonna not do something for a while. See, and then they take money from me. One of these days I have to get a big enough army and go and beat them up. So now I can get one of these guys. Ooh, look at the health on it. 60. Crazy. That's nice. Only a board. Buy that one. Excuse me. Throats are bad today. Should get some water, I suppose. Speed things up here a little bit. Maybe. He's right there. Over here. I gotta go this way. You approach a settlement. The cyber center look at you with curious eyes. It makes of old and new flesh merged with mechanical parts, contrasting. So if I had 45 influence, I could bring them over to my side. So I'll do that next turn. So I'll just wait. Much. Then I got 4 more guys, and then I'm gonna be in debt. So I have to go on a killing spree to get science. This game's really hard on you for happiness too. They should fix that paradox in their meddling. Okay, so now there we go. Nice. Turn this into a colony? Really? Sweet! That's mighty nice. These guys? Now what do I need here? I need money. Money, money, money. How happy are they? Oh, you gotta wait till the next one. Okay. Some baddies up here somewhere. Maybe not. Am I at war with them? No, I'm not. These are the automatons. Oops. And that's what I want to do. Now, see how big we are here. Right? Next turn we'll have that one as a, we have that as a colony now, and then we'll have this. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to try and grab these 3 little sectors. Yeah. Okay, I'll take a break here. See what's going on in the chat. Oh, let's see. Game saved. Back to the game. Thank you. Sometimes it gets touchy. Yeah. So maybe about another half an hour. Yeah. Okay, so it's 25 minutes, about 2:30. I think I'll stop. Long enough. I don't like going much more than an hour, hour and a half. I've done 2-hour streams. You can go back and look at my Diablo 3 playthrough. Technically, that was almost a 40-hour, 30 or 40 hours of me playing in the game constantly. I did discover a way. I had these 2 items though in that game that just rocked, and I just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Once I figured out what I was doing, I hadn't played the game in a long time because of issues. So anyway, yeah. Join the live stream community. I got so many different games, guys. I'll just, whatever I feel like playing one day. Still figuring some of this game out. We'll move in a little bit here. What did I want to do with this guy after he got that? Head north up this way. So that, the idea being that we kind of, this guy that's over here is going to go that way. This guy's going to kind of circle around in here. And what that'll do, let's see here. I'm going to send this guy down to this base. That's just simple. 2 guys is pretty good. And that way, I got a slowly building army here. Okay. See, the big thing, that they get you on in these games is this stuff called upheat. Where is it on this guy? It doesn't show you what the upheat building is. But the crappy units are like 4, and then it just goes way stupid after that. Spending 16 of your money, and you get 1 guy, and then suddenly you're not making money, and then you're in trouble. You gotta let a guy die or get rid of him. Really? Yeah? Set anything to build up in that colony, yeah. It hasn't got made yet. With these guys up here, it'll be good to have that base there because I won't have to worry about people running around me because I'll make a defensive alliance with him. See, he's after somebody up there. Or it could be a different alliance of automatons. Yeah. So go over here first thing. I always like to keep people happy. They're very happy right now, but still. And because he's got no money, like the no energy, we gotta do one of these. Got lots of food, so I'm not worrying about it. And I think it was it this one? No. This one. Oh, not one either. That's the one. I want these things. And then you go back over here. Scroll up. And get some of these guys. Shoot. And you're only allowed to build 6 things at a time.
Sector annexed.
Sector annexed. Great, sector. What do I want to do with it? Looks like it'd be a good science area, but food too. I've never put it as a science area, so let's put one there.
Empire task completed.
Colonists there.
Empire task completed.
Some energy. Stuff. Somebody bad over there. Our people. Yes, we do. This is the key. This will set them to guard. So they just stay there and keep clicking that skip turn thing. And keep heading this way. Ooh, look at that. That's ugly looking. Let the graphics come in. Look at these things. Ooh, creepy. Look at those bed bugs. Almost killed him immediately. Yeah. Anyway, that's the T-shirt that I told Silent that I put up on the live stream there. I put it up on the wall and just kind of put some tacks on it. No more space banana idiots, right? Well, unfortunately, I don't speak fluent idiot, so please speak slowly. We'll just set him there too. Heading to this guy here. Now, what I'm gonna do over here, I have 24, so what I'm gonna do, there's no mods for him that I can put on there. These guys. Another mod on him? Oh yeah. Let's do it. Come on. Rather have the armor. Okay. Not a bad game, Paradox. Not a bad game. It'll keep me amused for days. Let's see here. The wrong one. They look like Daleks. Darlex. I'm not sure how to pronounce that anymore.
Production ready.
Production ready. We produce. What we got going on here?
Just envision a better life where all the tasks you hate are automated. We don't wish to replace you with a robot. Once it's trained, you'll thank us for eliminating inefficiencies. Dean Nupar, efficiency expert.
Right. I'm gonna go with this one. Something different. Okay. Little bit of damage on him. good. Makes sense. Go this way. He's going right there. I'd like to see a Harley go over in that one. That's funny. Yeah, and the next time I do a stream, I'll add some music in here too. Yeah, there's little tricks and tips for games that you don't have music for that you can do to. That's another thing I should teach some of you newer YouTubers about. There's some free music that you should be able to use in your streams and in your games and whatnot, and not be bothered with. Silent was saying this Bruno guy.
By collecting ionic radiation, we create permanent levitation. For the sake of efficiency,
Now I got some blindness, but Bruno would let you use his music without charging you. I would assume, you know, and you should be nice about saying stuff like that, like where even if he says, you know, go ahead, if you ever do make any money, you toss him a couple bucks, you know, because that helps, right? And I'll give Paradox a good handshake. They were the first ones. I saw a live stream where a guy was showing me how he was showing the DLC in Stellaris, and there was a pack that came out that had some music in it, and then underneath it, it said, due to licensing, some of this may not be able to be streamed. Okay, at least they warn you, you know. That was cool. These little things are getting better slowly. And, you know. Alright, what's this? Aha. That did something. What's this do? What's it do? What does that do? So somebody went over that. Oh, okay, so I get 50% of my XP. Well, let's go beat something up. Heck yeah. The next turn. What's this thing? Relation change to neutral. Okay. So yeah, I'll do a couple more minutes and then I'll shut this stream down. I just wanted to make sure that everything was working. I was kind of really angry that I had a little glitch there. Sometimes I didn't wake up too well and I got back pain and everything else. Trying to have some fun in the game and this kind of went, what do you want? This guy didn't, another. Okay. Help him again.
production ready.
Production ready.
Production ready. Operations available for priming.
We're up to 18. I still need more money, so I'm gonna say no for now. Kinda. Okay, this guy maybe spacers. Hey, you look funny. Never seen clothes like that before. Looks at all the fancy stuff. Spacers is our clan. We're the free people of this land and answer to none. We take what we want, when we want, so you best remember that. We'll be keeping an eye on you. By the way, you got any black necks on you? You know what? I think we should kill these people. Yep. One of my guys died. I'm not happy about that.
Empire task completed.
Empire task completed. You got 5 points out of it. Nay. Plasma surge, yes. This guy seriously needs help. Really. Reinforcements from the main base. Boy, that thing travels. Alright. It's something. So that's where their main base is. So I go up there. I can defeat them completely if I want. I'm right about it. Down there anyway. Keep an eye on this down here. That's coming on. What's this? Oh, I claimed it. You can just hit the M key or there with that. Here.
Happiness event in colony. Objective completed.
Now, back over here. Take that. Okay, we'll take a little break here and see who's around. It's funny, I'm seeing myself do stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save the game here, and it's 2:30, so